Well, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're on the Hastings and it's flat as a tack today. Absolute glass out. Beautiful day, beautiful day. So today I wanted to do something a little bit different. I want to give you my 5 top tips for catching more flathead. So yeah, 5 tips that'll improve your chances of catching more flathead. So stick around, guys, here we go. Righto guys, tip number 1. So fish in an area that fish are going to be, right? Choose your location well, right? This may mean that you've fished there before and you've caught fish. They're the places you try first, obviously, because that's just what you'll do. But go to the places where you know there's bait fish holding, right? This one. Not to be, There's structure. That could mean that there's racks. It could mean that there's rocky edges, rock walls, anything. So bit of tidal movement. Look for those places where fish are going to hold. All right. So they're the places that you'll start first. That'll increase your chance of actually honing in on the fish a lot quicker than going to places where you've never fished before or you've never seen any fish getting caught. Just go to the places that you know fish will be holding in those areas because of the structure and the bait fish around that area. So tip number 1, guys. Okay, tip number 2. So be stealth. Go into an area under the electric motor, or if you're in a kayak, paddle, or just turn your motor off. Don't make any noise, because these fish are susceptible to noise and they'll take off. They're flighty. So if you go into an area making a hell of a racket, then you lessen your chances of actually getting a few fish on the board. So number 2 tip is be stealth. Okay, tip number 3, choose the right lure, right? Flathead, they're ambush predators, right? So lures that imitate small bait fish or prawns are very effective at catching flathead, right? The thing with flathead is you need to be on the bottom. So anything you throw needs to be touching the bottom at some stage of the retrieve. So soft plastic surface lures are okay in the shallow waters. Hard-bodied lures, as long as they can get down deep enough. They're all effective lures, right? But it's important to match the lure size and colour to the bait fish that are in your area as well. So that's something else that I always try and do, is try and matching the hatch, so to speak, in regard to the lure size and shape and colour. So number 3, choose the right lure. Number 4, vary your retrieve, right? Flathead can be quite fickle in regard to how they take a lure on a certain day, right? So they may be responding differently to the lure that you're throwing because you're not giving it a certain twitch, or you're not just rolling it straight through. So try different things in regard to your retrieve, whether it be an aggressive retrieve, like a tick-tick, start off with a constant retrieve. Just vary it up so that you can find out what's working on the day. So number 4 tip, vary your retrieve. Okay, number five, okay, fish at the right time. Now, This one's not so important for me because I tend to find fish all throughout the system, throughout any time of the day, right? But I know that there are peak periods when it's either moonrise or moonset or sunset or sun up, that they are the times that you would sort of tend to go out and catch flathead, right? They're looking for food at those periods, so they're actually looking around for a feed. So tip number 5 is fish at the right time. So whether that be at sun up or sundown, moonset, moonrise, your choice. Moon ahead, moon underneath, up to you how you interpret that one. But just have a look at those time charts and see what's working for you. Keep a little almanac and just write things down and study how the fish are biting. So tip number 5 is fish at the right time. Alright guys, so that's 5 tips I've given you. Here's a little bonus tip I'm going to give you. Oops, I nearly fell down. Here's a little bonus tip I'm going to give you, okay? So this is something that I've learnt in flathead fishing on the coast since I've been here, is never leave a spot, right, without exploring it fully, right? If you catch one fish, chances are that there's going to be more in the area, and chances are that there's going to be a big girl there because there's a reason why the fish are there, okay? Now it may mean that there's bait fish there and they're feeding and there might be 1 or 2 there. Well, you got to try that. You got to basically run with what you're finding. But so the tip is don't leave the area until you exhaust all your casts. So cast the full area and don't leave it. So if you get one fish, don't take off and leave it. Fish the area until you exhaust the area. So bonus tip, keep fishing. Keep fishing until you've exhausted the whole area that you're fishing.